April Fool's Day. Now, today I want to go over 9 things that you may not know about chiropractic or your chiropractor. So, one of the questions that I get a lot is how many different ways can my neck or my back be adjusted in your office? Well, I do a number of different techniques in my office. I do Gonstead adjusting as well as diversified drop. I also use toggle, activator, Logan basic, myofascial release, and also some cranial sacral therapy and SOT as well. Number 2, can you adjust things other than my neck and my back? Absolutely. So in our office, I actually do ear adjustments to help with drainage. I also do jaw adjustments to help the jaw move properly, as well as give exercises to realign that area. I also can adjust your ribs, your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, your hips, your knees, your ankles, your feet. I can even help with everything from plantar fasciitis to bunions, to even helping to solve why we're having knee pain and try to get rid of that for good. A lot of people ask, well, what's cranial sacral therapy? What does that do? So in my office, typically, I also check the cranial bones and the skull. So you have about 13 bones that make up the top of your skull. They all come together in different ways, and we have cartilage between those bones. If the bones are tight because of muscle tension or weather changes or pressure or tension, whatever it may be, those bones can actually jam and overlap each other and not move properly. And that can cause not only headaches and pain and pressure, but it can also lead to some issues with drainage for your sinuses or your ears. So I do typically cranial work in my office, and that can help with, like I said, anything from sinus drainage to tension and headaches to even helping with jaw pain too. Another question I get is arthritis reversible? So a lot of people don't know this, but if your joints are moving properly, we don't have arthritis. When the joints stop moving and start wearing and tearing on each other, that's how arthritis does tend to form. So if we can restore normal joint motion and get that joint moving properly and give your body a chance to heal, some of that arthritis can actually be resorbed by your body and used elsewhere. Typically, arthritis can actually be reversed and your body can resorb bone spurs in about a year. So if we're able to get things moving, that can help up quite a bit for you. Another question is it normal for my joints to make noise if you're hearing popping and cracking? So some normal motions, like, moving your body forward, backward, side to side, or even twisting, in normal motions, if you hear popping, that's actually a good sign. It means your joints are moving. If the joints are very lax and really popping and snapping and really unstable, that can indicate some issues with ligament or muscle weakness, or sometimes even hormone imbalance. So in some cases, if I have patients that have a lot of instability in their joints, we may do some hormone testing to find out why. But typical noises that you hear, like popping if your joints are moving, not a problem. But if it becomes a problem, or we're hearing grinding or have instability, it can be. Another question I have is, how can you help with digestion? So I have a lot of patients that come in my office with heartburn, and that may stem from the nerves in their mid-back that go to their stomach may not be working properly, and the stomach may not be functioning as a result of that. We can also have some issues where the stomach itself actually has had some damage to that mucus lining, where it's not producing or protecting the stomach properly to help us break down our food. And sometimes when we eat foods, that can be irritated or even cause pain that eventually can even lead to an ulcer. So typically in my office, we sit down, kind of talk a little bit more about what's been going on, what type of treatment or what things you've tried that have helped, to figure out if we need to regrow that lining and help your stomach protect itself, or potentially if we need to start retraining the stomach to produce more acid. And in some cases, we may need to do some chiropractic adjusting to get those nerves going to the stomach working properly as well. Another question I get is, can you help with allergies? Allergies typically are an overstimulation of the nervous system and the immune system. The immune system is controlled actually by nerve function and also digestion. So in a lot of cases, if you have some nerve pressure imbalances, or if we have a nervous system imbalance where the body is overreacting, sometimes when we do chiropractic adjusting, that can help to reduce that inflammation. But we also do some natural holistic products over the counter and some botanicals that can also help manage some of the symptoms of allergies and inflammation, so that it's not as much of a problem and you're not relying on medications that can cause long-term damage. One other question I get a lot of times is, okay, you talked about digestion, but how is my immune system involved with my digestive system? So what's really interesting is when you're eating the proper foods and you're getting the proper balance of fiber, so fruits and vegetables, those fruits and vegetables have soluble and insoluble fiber that helps to go through your intestines, and they feed your good bacteria in your gut. So if you're not eating enough fruits and vegetables, sometimes the gut bacteria balance can be off. If you're taking any type of birth control, or you've had any antibiotics, that can also throw that balance off. There are also certain medications that can also interfere with that. But what's really interesting is if that bacteria balance is off, that can cause your body to be more inflamed and more likely to have issues with everything from allergies to inflammation, joint pain, things like that. But the other thing too is your gut actually uses serotonin, which is a neurotransmitter that's also used in your brain. So if you're having issues with depression and anxiety, sometimes that can also be related to the digestive system and what you're eating. So if you need some help with that or need some advice or want some natural options to help manage anxiety, depression, or working with your current doctor with the medications and things that you might be taking, we can definitely help you with that. So if you have any more questions, give our office a call. Our number here is 309-689-6200, or you can request an appointment on our website, freedompeoria.org. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you stop in on April Fool's Day in our office. We're here 9 to noon because we have our annual duck hunt. We've got cute little duckies all over the office, so make sure you stop in, bring your kiddos, have some fun with us. We're really excited, and every year, April Fool's Day, we have a lot of fun, and we're not afraid to make fools of ourselves to make sure you know how chiropractic can benefit you and your family. Have a great day.